speaking of that, it sounds like there will be temptations, and that's another subject I wanted to wrap with you about is, are there any strategies that we have learned over the last week or years? Because temptation is going to come up tonight, tomorrow, anytime. It could strike at any time. Do you have any like tips for what to do in those times of temptation to stay on the path?
This is new for me because in times past, if a trigger came along, I would just go with it. I wouldn't resist. I fucking wouldn't. I didn't even try.
Resistance is futile.
Fuck. I would just, okay, fuck. That shit just happened to me. This calls for a six pack. Yeah, so this time around, I do have a lot of tools. And I've had those tools in times past, but I didn't implement them in regards to alcohol. Again, because I think subconsciously I didn't want to stop drinking. I think right now I very much do want to just stop.
I hope you would agree with me, but my vision for us right now is like it's a chapter that's done. That chapter is closed. We have to go the rest of our lives. Like, I think it's all or nothing. I hate to sound like an extremist.
Oh, for sure. It's all for nothing. I can't be trusted.
And our lives will be better for it. What are we losing out on?
No, our lives will be better for it. My daughter's life will be better for it. I think the world's going to be better for it.
Yeah.
There's also aspects of neuro-linguistic programming.
NLP,
cognitive behavioral therapy. Basically rewiring the brain. And this could be through law of attraction type of things. I've had experience in the past doing this to get myself out of certain mindsets and situations. I've been having this mantra in my head, I'm sober, or I am safe, because that was the thing. After the gas station last night, I got home and on the drive home, and then at home, I was meditating on, okay, go back to how you were feeling at the wine tasting room, fidgety, agitated, keeping your head down. I didn't feel safe. And I'm not going to bother getting to the root of like why I don't feel safe. I already know the roots of that. It goes back to infancy, because we were in a very unsafe environment up in Alaska where I was born. Anyway, I didn't feel safe at the wine tasting room. I didn't feel safe in my own skin. I didn't feel comfortable being me in that context, not hiding behind alcohol and how alcohol makes me feel. Calm and collected, fucking groovy, with it. So I didn't feel safe. So another one of those mantras that I just have going in my head in my free mental time whenever I can is, I am safe. 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 And I just drilling that in to create new neural pathways.
So a mantra of some kind.
A mantra of some kind that I do almost all the time. Because when it comes to the situation where you're facing that trigger, you're facing that temptation, probably the mantra is not going to get in there, because I'm already there. I've already hit the point where it's an emergency situation. So if I can prepare myself, much like if I'm going to go rock climbing, I don't just go untrained into rock climbing. You have to prepare for it. Mm-hmm. By the time you get to the rock face, I've got the muscles to do it. So this is like a training program. I spoke with Tara today. I was telling you that, who's been in recovery for 3 years or so now from alcohol. Anyways, I was describing her the situation from last night and getting to the bottom of like, okay, I feel unsafe. And she's like, wow, holy shit. Like, that's so good. That never occurred to me, because I always just identified it as anxiety. And I always drank because I had high anxiety, either alone or in social situations. But now that you mention that, I had anxiety because I didn't feel safe.
Yeah, if I look at it like layers vertically, like anxiety's here, unsafe is here. If you want to get to like the root of why, so unsafe is down here closer to the truth. Anxiety is more of a symptom of an underlying truth.
Right. And so I described, as a newborn child had the pregnancy and then being born in a very unsafe environment, having that imprint of not feeling safe. And that's my gold. That's like my material to work with to transmute. This is what alchemy is taking things like that and turning it into gold, that lead, that darkness, and turning it into gold. But we have to acquire the tools to be able to do that.